Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of It's About Damn Crime, where this week it's two best friends.
It varies week to week.
Scott's out with his friend playing video games or whatever.
Loser.
Anyways, it's just me and Justine. Say hi, Justine.
Hi, Justine.
Oh,
Ew,
beautiful.
what a dad joke. I take it back.
No, you can't take it back now.
Ah,
Shit. So welcome to episode 93.
Woohoo!
We're inching up to episode 100.
Oh my, we gotta talk about that after this.
It's right around the
fuck
corner.
we're gonna do. We gotta do something special.
Yeah. I felt like last week we were hitting 90.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're at 93.
I know, it's like going so fast.
Yeah, it's crazy. Okay. Are there any stories or shout outs?
Yeah, I have a great story to tell.
Okay.
Sorry guys, I'm drinking a beer today. So
I wish I had beer in my house.
sorry girl.
That's fine.
I'll drink for you.
Thank you.
So what date was it? Tuesday? No.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't
Was it
matter.
home? Yeah. No, I guess it doesn't really matter. Anyways, it was a day. I was homesick from work a couple days last week, so one of those days.
Monday
I
or
get a
Tuesday.
text from I get a text from our friend Nicole, and she's like, "Hey, does your mom still live at the house? Blah 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 where I used to live."
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, "Yeah, what's up?" And then she sent me a screenshot of like a neighborhood alert, and it was like high police activity in the area, like the exact area that my mom lives, right? And it was like woman injured. Wait.
I thought it had
Hold on.
something to do with the child.
Yeah, hold on. But let me see. Wait, I have it. Let me read it because it
Okay.
was pretty good. And we don't text that often that I can't find things quickly. Okay. So it said, Fox 5 indicates that police are conducting a death investigation around the 86. Oh, let me not say that.
Okay.
A second person was also reported to be injured at the location. Please avoid the area and expect associated disruptions. So she sent that to me, and it's the same block that my mom lives on. So I was like, okay. So I got on Fox 5, like the website, and it said that that a child's body had been discovered and that a woman was injured or whatever. And I was like, well, my mom had already texted me that morning, and she don't know no kids. So I was like, it's not her. It's fine. Whatever. Yeah. So I call her back, and she didn't answer me probably for like 45 minutes. So finally she called me back, and I'm like, hey, the cops are circling your neighborhood right now. Like, it's supposed to be a shitstorm.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, let me go outside to look. So she went outside, no eyebrows, no makeup, her hair a mess, in her pajamas, no bra. She goes outside, and the news reporters see her. And they come, track her down. And they go, will you do an interview? And she's like, no, like, I look crazy. Let me at least go inside and put, like, sunglasses on and a hat or something.
Like,
they're like,
look decent.
yeah. So she ran inside. They were like, okay. So she ran inside and she covered up or whatever. And she didn't know what was going on. So she called me, and I'm like dying laughing because I'm like, why are you going to talk about something that you have no idea about?
Oh,
Like,
my
just tell them no. And she's like, well, I kind of want to be on TV.
Of course. That's the only reason why she did it. Dude,
So like,
real quick. I saw Hunter, stop. I saw the what you call it? Brianna sent a snap.
oh yeah. Because she asked me, she's like, whose Snapchat are you on? And I'm like, mine. But I figured it took me a while to respond, so I figured she had sent it to both.
Yeah. I was like, holy shit, is that Justine's mom? And she's like, yeah. She put a laughing face.
Dude, she did 3 fucking interviews, and the whole entire day I was getting text messages. I'm on the news right now. I was like,
Oh my god. Now she's famous.
she's so embarrassing. I'm like, what were you even saying? She's like, I don't know, I blacked out. Okay, cool.
Brilliant.
No, but it was really sad because the woman, she was young, like 20 something. She stabbed her 2-year-old to death, and then turned the knife around and tried to stab herself. I don't know if she lived.
I have
She
no
made
idea.
it to the hospital, but I don't know if she survived.
Yeah, I don't know
that.
either. I remember hearing about it, but I didn't know it was on your mom's street.
Dude, literally like 4 houses down.
Jeez.
Crazy.
That's
Yeah.
crazy, man. Why take your child out, bruh? You know?
Why?
Like, if...
Crazy.
I mean, go get help if you're thinking shit like that, you know?
Yeah.
But,
So,
I don't know.
Yeah, but that was this past week, which was, so, I mean, it's a horrible story, but also so funny because my mom is so embarrassing. I'm like, what are you doing? Just stop.
She's so embarrassing.
Dude, and then in all the interviews that she did, they spelled her name wrong.
I know, I saw that.
So funny. I'm like, no one can even Google you. They got your name wrong. That's so funny.
How weird.
Yeah. But also, don't do news interviews. Okay. I'm like, this is why you need a IADC shirt, because you could have put your shirt on and done the news interview.
Mm-hmm. Dang,
Fail.
she fucked up.
Nope, she did. How dare she?
Well.
Anyways, yeah, that was my week. Nothing happened. I did interview for a new job, so send positive vibes, guys.
Yeah. I hope you get
Send
it.
'em
Fingers
up.
crossed.
I know, me too.
We'll see.
That was my positive vibes.
Oh, your Om?
Mhm.
Got it. Oh my god, I almost started singing Om Shinriki Yo. Om Shinriki Yo.
Everyone's so angry.
Shout
at
out
you
to
right now.
episode, I don't know what it was.
Episode a long time ago.
Yeah. Okay,
That's
are we
so
ready
funny.
to get started?
Yeah.
Okay. Eddie Leal was born on July 3rd, 1987 in Hemet, California to Celia and Ralph Leal.
Hey, real quick. All these cities, my grandma lives in Hemet. This whole episode, I'm going to be like, I live there. I lived there. I knew someone that lived there.
Oh my god.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Now they had another son named Gilbert, which made them a cute little family of 4. I feel like 2 kids is like the right amount.
That's like the way to go, I think.
Yeah, but that's my personal opinion. If you want a big family, do you, boo boo. Anyways,
If you want no kids, do you, boo boo.
there you go. And if you want one, do
Have
you,
one.
boo boo. So the family of 4 lived in San Jacinto, which is a city over from Hemet and has a huge Hispanic.
What?
What is that? And has a huge Hispanic population.
Wait, do you Hispanic again like you just did it?
Hispanic.
That makes me so happy. Now, if you Google, guys, because I did Google, gang activity in San Jacinto, a lot of articles pop up. Okay, here's some titles. 58 arrested in what? No. Oh, no. We're doing great already.
Yeah.
An anti-gang raid by police in San Jacinto Valley. Several people arrested in Paris, Riverside, and San Jacinto in its suspected gang-related crimes. 56 arrests in Hemet, San Jacinto gang sweep. We could go on. There was literally like pages and pages and pages of them, but we won't. But needless to say, gang activity is extremely high in the area.
Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, when you come from a lower income family, you know, who struggles, and you see these gang members doing pretty good for themselves, because, you know, usually they sell just drugs, right?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of kids wind up in that lifestyle.
Yep.
Because you're making a lot more money doing illegal activity
Yeah.
than you are doing legal activity, like a job at a fast food place or whatever, you know?
Yeah. They also like really preach like this family lifestyle, you know what I mean? Like, oh, come join us and we're going to be your family and we're going to take care of you and we're going to do well together, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I could see how growing up in that, how you could fall into that super quickly, you know?
Yeah. But Ralph, you know, the dad, he was not going to stand for that shit for his children. He had grown up in LA. He lived that, you know, street lifestyle. Mm-hmm. So he just wanted better for his kids. He didn't want them to grow up in the same lifestyle that he did. So when young Eddie started taking a very serious interest in professional boxing, Ralph encouraged his son with everything he had. He was trying to make sure that he stayed on that track of boxing and didn't wander off that path into what Ralph grew up in, you know?
Yep. Which, good on you, man.
Yeah.
Celia worked at a local market, and Ralph owned a landscaping business. And the family was by no means rich, but whatever spare money they had went into Eddie's boxing dream. The Leal boys, which would have been Gilbert and Eddie, were super good kids. Just like, I feel like they had good grades. You know, I read that Eddie... Whoa, what? I'm having a hard time with names today.
That's fine.
Eddie tutored in high school. They trained hard, and Eddie competed in several boxing fights. Then Eddie and Ralph opened a gym in their garage and started working with a program called Cops for Kids, where they brought in cops and kids and trained them how to box. So sometimes when you come from the hood, you know, where gangs are very prevalent, like, you don't trust the police.
Yeah, no.
So they were trying to give like an environment where they could commingle, you know?
Which I think that's a good thing to do in those sort of neighborhoods.
Yep, so smart.
And one of the kids that trained in the garage was 17-year-old. He was a 17-year-old local neighborhood kid named Manuel Guzman, and he trained with them, like I just said. And he was a high school dropout, and he thought like maybe learning to box would keep him safe on the streets and would also teach him some sort of discipline.
Yep.
The Leal family also got super close to Sergeant Bob Epps, who also trained with them, so he could compete in some like police competition. And, you know, he was also a cop, so he liked the fact that this family was trying to keep these kids on the straight and narrow and off the streets.
Yeah.
You know?
Less people for him to arrest in the future.
Exactly.
And this all sounds good and fun, but the local gang members were not fans of this boxing gym. And I think it was probably because they thought the Leal family thought they were better than them.
Oh, yeah.
Like, oh, these guys don't want to be in gangs. Like, they're too good for that. They're too good for us. Which, like, get over it. And yes, they were too good for you.
Preach.
So they had a lot of issues with cholos in the area. It was so funny. What did we watch?
The Web of Lies. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Dude, hearing the... So the narrator is a white lady, right? Or I don't know if she's a white lady, but she has that proper voice.
Yeah.
And she's like, the cholos in that area, and the cholos are...
all they said was cholos. It's like, just call them gang members, bro.
Yeah. Cholos are Hispanic gang members.
So funny.
I thought that was so funny.
So hilarious. So basically they're just being pain in the asses.
Yeah.
Know, as they do.
I think they were just starting shit just to start shit.
Exactly.
They don't have anything better to do with their lives.
Exactly. Nope.
In fact, one day when Eddie left to go get food, his car had been stolen. Most likely during the night.
Yeah.
You know? Which I think, you know, if you're going to steal a car, do it at night. You don't want to do it during the day.
I mean, they're smart about it.
So, yeah. So 3 men were later arrested in Long Beach after they had totaled Eddie's car. And all 3 were, of course, gang members. But Eddie wasn't afraid of them, so he decided to press charges. But unfortunately, only 1 man was charged, and the other 2 were released. And I think we're pretty sure that they were probably pissed. The 2 that were released, they were probably pissed off and ready to retaliate, you know? Mm-hmm. And even though Eddie's car was totaled, his family, they found a new way to get him a new car.
Yeah. I feel like it was like an old police cruiser.
It was like, I think it was a Toyota Corolla or something like that.
Oh, shit, that's a nice car.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what year it was, but...
But still.
It's better than one of those old police cars.
I saw one driving around today, and I was like, that'd be kind of fun to drive around in an old black and white, and like people will just see it and go, fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's not a police car anymore.
Dude, I always get scared. Doesn't matter if like it's just a random person driving it. I always get scared. Oh shit.
Oh fuck. Yeah.
Slow down or whatever.
That's so funny. Okay. So Eddie trained so much and did so much volunteer work that he didn't have time to mingle with the ladies. He didn't have time to like go to and hang out at I don't know, where do 23-year-olds meet each other?
Parties?
Oh, he didn't have time to go
Bars?
to parties.
Well,
He didn't have time to go to bars.
He wasn't a drinker.
No. I think he was like really focused on his body, like on his career, you know?
Yeah.
You can't be
And
doing
so he didn't do drugs. He didn't drink. So, I don't
And
know.
probably what parties are in the area, like gang-related shit
Mm-hmm.
that you just don't go to.
Yeah.
I wonder how many parties I went to back in high school that had gang members there. So I used to hang out with some
Cholos?
real Hispanic people. Okay. So Eddie, of course, did the online thing. And that's where he met 21-year-old Rebecca Santiago. She was hot fire, like model hot fire, and lived in his area. And she also claimed to be a good girl and not at all into that gangster lifestyle. So Eddie thought, tight, gorgeous girl, not into the bullshit, sign me up. But every time Eddie tried to meet up with Rebecca, she always had an excuse not to meet up. And that's a flag. Catfish. Too bad Neve and Max weren't around back then, you know?
What's that? I'm sorry.
Too bad Neve and Max weren't around back then.
I know.
Then Eddie would have known.
Mm-hmm. So on May 19th, 2011, Rebecca jumped on Facebook, made some annoying post saying, you know, she wanted to hang out with someone. And Eddie was like, hey, bitch, me. He put up the hand emoji. The emoji with the hand up.
Yeah.
But, you know, of course he didn't say bitch.
No.
I don't think he was the type to say bitch. But we are, so...
So we said it?
So we said it.
Yeah.
And sorry, not sorry. But anyways, Eddie was like, yeah, let's meet up. But Rebecca, she bailed again.
Fuck Rebecca.
Right? At this point, I would have been done with her.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is the second time I try to meet up with you. Bye.
Yeah. Like, one time, life happens.
Yeah.
Cool, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Second time, I was like, no, you're dead. There's no 3 strikes you're out in this.
Yeah, no.
You only get 2.
Yeah. There's not a shame on you, shame on me
Yeah.
thing. Isn't there? What is it?
Think.
What is it?
Fool me once,
shame
on you.
Fool me
Fool me
twice,
twice,
shame on me.
Right?
Fool me 3 times, you're out. I don't know.
Oh, shit. That's a different saying. But
Yeah.
okay.
I just combine them together, you know?
That strikes, but okay, cool.
I don't care, Justine.
Okay, sorry.
Clearly. So, anyways, even though Rebecca was, you know, bailed for the second time, Eddie wasn't so quick to give up on trying to meet up with her.
Eddie, give it up. But finally, in the middle of the night, Rebecca agreed to meet Eddie at a local park. But she made sure to ask who was bringing Eddie.
Or who Eddie was bringing.
Yes. And when Eddie said he was coming by himself, she said, okay. But when he got to the park, she wasn't there. Again. Bye, bitch. No.
This is 3 strikes.
3 strikes.
What
Nope.
is...
And now you physically made me leave my house in the middle of the night to go to the park and you're not there?
Right?
No.
Like, I was in my PJs and I had to get dressed.
You're meeting this cute girl for the first time. He had to put his cologne on. He had to wear his cute little outfit.
He had to do his hair.
No. What the fuck? No. I'm
No.
done.
So, Eddie went home. And when he got there... Rebecca had already left him a message saying, she said some like bullshit story about being at the park, but that it got so cold, so she went to a friend's house.
No.
But she said that she still really wanted to meet him, because she's trying to... What, Justine?
Fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so aggressive.
So aggressive.
Just kidding, guys.
No, we're just kidding. Yeah.
Yeah, she didn't say that.
We made that up.
Maybe she did. I don't know.
But, like, why else would you want to meet someone in the middle of the night? Middle nights are for booty calls.
100% booty calls. What else are you doing in the middle of the night? Honestly.
If I call a guy in the middle of the night, I ain't trying to just watch a movie with you.
I'm trying to hold your hand, sir.
I ain't trying to just cuddle with you, okay? Trying to get it in.
Okay, so at 2 a.m., after, I gotta imagine she said some shit about wanting to do the dirty, you know?
Probably.
Maybe she didn't. I don't know. Anyways, at 2 a.m., Eddie headed out for the second time. But this time, Rebecca told him, "You're going to have to meet my brother first. Tell him you have to pick something up for me, and then he'll bring you to me." So Eddie agreed and then jumped back into his car and headed out.
But the next morning, on May 30th, 2011, Eddie was a no-show for breakfast. And that is because Eddie never came back home. And immediately his dad, Ralph, got worried because it was so out of character for Eddie to not come home, you know? I think it was also Memorial Day, right?
Yes, it was Memorial Day.
Yeah, so it was extra weird that Eddie didn't come home.
Yeah.
Because I think they had like a big breakfast and stuff.
Yeah.
So Ralph sent Gilbert, you know, Eddie's brother, to a local gym where Eddie worked as a personal trainer. He worked there sometimes. Mm-hmm. And so Gilbert went there to see if Eddie was there.
So Gilbert jumped in his mom's car and headed to the gym. But before he could get there, he received a call from his dad's phone. But when he answered it, it wasn't his dad. It was a detective, and he told Gilbert, "You need to come home right now." Mm-hmm. And when Gilbert got back to his house, a detective pulled him to the side and asked him to identify a ring. And when Gilbert confirmed that it was Eddie's, he told Gilbert that Eddie had been found shot to death in his car at 2:10 a.m. that morning. Later, when Sergeant Bob Epps heard the news, he headed to the Leal home where he found Ralph in the front yard sobbing and crying, saying that they killed my baby, which, like, made me tear up.
Yeah.
He was telling that story.
Yeah.
He also said that the other detectives in the police department were like, "Who's going to call him?" Because no one wanted to call and tell him that Eddie was dead.
Yeah. And I think, and one of the most devastating parts of Eddie's murder is that when he was being shot at or about to be shot at, he had dialed 911 before he died.
Yeah. Or he had tried. I think he had gotten 911 into the phone. Yeah.
And was trying to place the call, but of course he, unfortunately he died before he was able to place that call, to call 911. Now, detectives recover lots of fingerprints and bullet casings in the car. Gilbert also told detectives that Eddie was in good spirits when he last talked to him and that he had been on his computer. And when police turned on the computer, Rebecca's profile was the first thing that they saw. And then they saw that Eddie had talked about going to meet Rebecca, right? Mm-hmm. So they're like, who is this girl? And, why was Eddie going to meet her in the middle of the night? So raise some questions.
Yeah.
So, of course, they had to dig deeper and to find out what was really going on or what happened.
Yeah. But in the meantime, detectives also started looking into the gang members who stole Eddie's car. Because if anyone would want to hurt Eddie, it was probably them. He had pressed charges, he got one of them locked up, and they already didn't like him because he basically wasn't one of them.
Drama.
But after 2 days of investigating, all of their alibis checked out, so that was like a dead end. Mm-hmm. Peace out, gang members. But that was a good way to go, you know what I mean? Like, I would have thought that too.
And they had also simultaneously been checking out Rebecca's IP address. And within a week, they were able to locate where she had been logging in from. And it was literally 100 yards from where Eddie's body was discovered. Crazy, right?
So it's dumb.
Yeah. Now, the problem is when they got the address, there was no Rebecca Santiago living there. Instead, there was a family living there. And it was the Guzman family. Neighborhood kid, 17-year-old Manuel Guzman's family. You know, it was the same Manuel who trained with Eddie and his family a few times in the garage.
Bitch. Oh, sorry.
So when Manuel was questioned about, you know, the IP address and whatnot, he said, you know, yeah, that's my computer. And I'm the only one that uses it. So.
Dumb.
Yeah. During his interview, detectives also said that he was cold, right? Didn't have any emotions. And Manuel told the police that the night of Eddie's murder, he was asleep in bed at home. And because Manuel is a minor, police were only able to hold him for 6 hours. And after that, he was released.
I mean, you would think 100 yards away, you would have heard all those bullet shots. You know what I mean? Bullet shots, gunshots. It's very suspicious to not hear them. Last night, the neighbor behind me banged something on the wall at 11:40, and he woke me up, and I was like, oh, keep track of that time just in case he's dead tomorrow. I could say something loud happened over there at 11:40 p.m. See?
There you go.
It's important, guys. You got to do that shit. It's weird. Don't do it.
Okay. I used to do that when I was living in apartments.
Every little
If I
noise.
heard any, like, suspicious, like, screaming or anything in the middle of the night,
yeah,
I'd always look at the clock to make sure.
So you knew.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. I'm so excited right now. Just so excited. Shit is about to take a turn that none of you are going to see coming.
Dang, I think you broke the mic on that.
Did I?
I don't know.
Excited. You know, unless you've already heard the story, then you already know.
Yeah.
But the first evidence that came back from the crime scene was all of the fingerprints from Eddie's car. So they needed to eliminate the Leal family members' fingerprints because, of course, they all drove the car. Mm-hmm. So police did a records check, but they could not find any records for Ralph Leal, the father. And a lot of times in Hispanic culture, people go by nicknames, right?
Yeah.
Like, well, I'll have that one uncle that doesn't go by his name. It's something weird.
Yeah.
Anyways. So when detectives reached out to Ralph, he said, oh, yeah. My name's actually Gilbert. Which, again, he might have been going by Ralph so that they didn't have a junior situation going on. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's not why, but could have been.
Yeah. And hot damn, there was a record on Gilbert Leal. In fact, there was a warrant for his arrest for a murder that took place on August 8th, 1982. And now we're going to spin off into that murder.
Crazy!
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Now, if you want to do some researching yourself, you'll have to Google Gilbert Leal because we've already got Brother Gilbert in the story. Mm-hmm. And we've been referring to Gilbert Sr. as Ralph this whole time. So we're going to continue to call him Ralph to try and keep this as simple as possible so none of you listeners get confused.
Yeah, because that's very confusing.
Yeah.
Also, there's going to be another Eddie right now. This is not Eddie, our current murder victim.
Yeah. You'll see.
Yeah. So, back on August 8th, 1982, in Valinda, California. Hey! Spent my first 5 years in Valinda.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay, so 20-year-old Richard Hernandez and 19-year-old Daniel... Dude, I have such a hard time with this last name.
Say it.
Do it for me.
Oh, you want me to do it?
Yeah, I can't do it.
Ontiveros?
Ontiveros. I could do that.
There you go.
Stupid.
I didn't say it. You did.
We're hanging out with some girls at a local park when they were approached by three men, a.k.a. then 21-year-old Ralph Leal, his brother Eddie Leal, and then Marcelino Diablos Corona. Get up! Stop! It's too many names!
Diablos? Whoa.
I mean, nothing good is coming from that. Do you think that was like a given name? Like he gave himself that name?
I think he gave himself that name.
Hot mess.
Definitely.
So the three guys asked Richard and Daniel if they wanted to fight, and when they said, "No, we're good," Ralph, Eddie, and Marcelino attacked them.
Richard was beaten and stabbed and later died at a local hospital. Daniel was severely beaten with a wooden object, but he didn't die. But he suffered brain damage. Ralph, Eddie, and Marcelino then went to where, Justine?
Mexico.
There you go.
Sweet, I forgot to go home. Oh my God, that's exactly what happened.
Now, Ralph's brother died, I think, several years later.
Yeah.
Ralph's brother Eddie died several years later. And then later, Ralph changed his name, from Gilbert to Ralph.
Mm-hmm.
And we're thinking that Marcelino did the same thing.
Yeah,
I believe he did.
Yeah, he did.
He changed his name.
Yeah, they found him under a different name.
Yeah, so Marcelino changed his name as well and came back to the States, where they spent the next 30 years of their lives pretending like it never happened.
Can you imagine being like, oh shit, I got away with murder?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Weird, right?
Yeah. And then you fly to Mexico. You just never get caught for it. So you just go on living your life.
Yeah.
Get married, have children.
I was reading in one of the articles that I read about this that, Richard and Daniel's families are pissed because they think that they were pushed aside because they were Hispanic.
Yeah.
Which, that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
So 52-year-old Ralph Leal was arrested on July 20th, 2012, and Marcelino was arrested on November 29th, 2012. So
I think it was so far apart because it took a while to
track
find
him down.
Yeah.
Do you think that Ralph was like, yeah, it was Marcelino, Corona. I don't know if he's back in the state, like if he ratted on him?
Mm-hmm.
Probably not.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think once you live that street life, you got that, like, I ain't talking mentality your whole life.
I don't even know. I wonder if they even kept in contact when they came over to the States.
I doubt it. You can't. Yeah. I feel like when shit like that happens, like, you can't have any sort of ties.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Yeah. So, basically, this poor family, the Leals, lost a son, and now their father's getting busted for some bullshit not bullshit, murder. It's murder.
Yeah.
That happened 30 years prior. What am I even saying? I've only drank half a beer. What's happening?
You're already drunk.
I'm already drunk.
Gee.
But what a crazy turn, right?
Yeah.
So weird.
It's insane.
And we couldn't, not tell you guys a little bit more information about this. Because, we couldn't be like, oh, committed murder. And then move on. Forget it. Leave it to the side. Like they did on Web of Lies. Web of Lies did not delve any further into this aspect of the case. Like they were just like, oh yeah, Ralph got arrested for murder 30 years earlier. I was like, yeah. Wait, what happened? But what happened?
That's all they gave us.
That was it. But this story is about Eddie, okay? Yes, both Eddies are dead, but we're talking about Boxer Eddie. It's very confusing.
There you go. I saw the look in your face. You kind of...
I got lost. Like, how do I tell the difference? Anyways. So we're going to get back to that little shit Manuel Guzman that, you guys, he clearly killed Eddie.
Mm-hmm. Now, we all know, investigations take forever.
And ever.
Forever. And when the computer forensic investigator was asked, how long is this search gonna take on Manuel's computer?
Mm-hmm.
He was like, anywhere from 2 to 52 weeks. What? What?
The broadest window of all
Right.
time.
2 weeks to a year.
Jeez.
What?
So we don't know exactly how many weeks later, but that investigator found that all of Rebecca's messages had in fact come from Manuel's computer. But that wasn't enough to arrest him because they had no proof that he had pulled the trigger. Just that he was logging.
And what were you saying?
I was just saying that a Rebecca could have potentially used his computer. You know what I mean? That's not enough. I wouldn't want someone to arrest me on that.
Yeah, true. And let us tell you that, this part makes me so angry.
So annoying.
This motherfucker, Manuel Guzman, taunted the Leal family. He fucking rode his stupid fucking bike. I'm gonna guess it's a cholo bike.
Definitely. Can I do the Wizard of Oz song? You know when the Wicked Witch of the West is riding around on her little bike?
Yeah, so he rode his cholo bike down the street to the Wizard of Oz theme.
Gangster.
And he was basically bragging that he was free.
Yeah. Little shit.
Which is fucked up. And finally, detectives were able to see that Manuel was logging on and off of his computer at the same exact times, Rebecca was going to meet Eddie.
Then, stupid-ass Manuel emailed a friend from Rebecca's profile saying, "Hey, it's me, Manuel. And this is the profile I use to fuck with people. And this is why
Dumb.
17-year-olds should not commit crimes. Okay? Just stay home. Stay home, sit on your hands, and be quiet."
That's like further evidence
Yeah.
that he killed Eddie.
Dumb.
Because he just confessed.
Yeah,
Well, I
dummy.
mean, he did say that he killed... Did he brag about it too?
No. He just said that he owned the fact that Rebecca was his profile,
Oh, okay.
which is highly annoying.
Yeah.
Just shut up, you idiot.
I thought he bragged about it too to a friend on the computer.
No, because that would have... Woo! Excuse me. That would have been enough to probably arrest him.
Oh,
At
yeah,
that
you're
point,
right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, after 11 months of investigating, on April 10th, 2012, Manuel Guzman was arrested for the murder of 23-year-old Eddie Leal and held on $1 million bail. That's a big-ass bail.
Yeah.
They thought he was a
Now,
flight risk.
this all seems good and well, but there is still no actual evidence of Manuel committing the murder. So detectives had to keep searching through his computer, and then they found that Manuel had been talking to 3 other guys from the neighborhood, trying to pull the same shit with them.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck?
Oh, we'll talk about it at the end.
Yeah. Now, unfortunately for Eddie, he was the only one that Manuel was able to get out of the house.
Ugh, that sucks. So, even though they had no evidence of him being at the crime scene, the computer evidence was more than enough, and Manuel Guzman was sentenced to 50 years to life on October 18th, 2013.
And the question that I'm pretty sure we all have, well, you guys have, the listeners, if you don't know this story, is why did he do it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why did he kill Eddie?
Yeah.
Well, during trial, Manuel talked about his messed up childhood, how he struggled with drugs. So when he started the fake Facebook profile, it went from being a joke, to trying to lure these guys out so he could rob them to fund his drug habit. And also go on vacation with his papi.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know. That's just what I read, right?
Mm-hmm.
Manuel also said that he was drunk as fuck. And I'm guessing he's saying like he was so drunk he blacked out.
Yeah.
And he doesn't remember shooting Eddie, and all that he remembers is waking up in bed.
Yeah.
But it's like, shut up. You're lying.
You were typing messages to him that were clearly not drunk. So,
Yeah.
not blackout drunk anyways. I've seen my blackout drunk messages. They don't make no sense.
No, it's just ASD, FGA.
I'm drunk!
Now, yeah, Manuel had nothing specifically against Eddie. Eddie was just the one that, like I said earlier, he was just the one that took the bait.
Yep.
So, and this obviously has to be so infuriating for the Leal family.
Yep. Also, because he killed Eddie, he also got Ralph busted.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Which is crazy. Wow.
The chain of events is so insane in this case.
So, on December 4th, 2013, both Ralph Leal and Marcelino Corona, I'm not doing it again. I'm not doing Diablos, okay? No.
You just did it.
I feel like he gave himself that name, and I cannot say names that are given by yourself.
Yeah.
I just refuse.
Sure. You shouldn't give yourself a nickname.
No, don't nickname yourself. It's very embarrassing. So, they both pled no contest to the voluntary manslaughter of Richard Hernandez and the assault of Daniel Ontiveros. Did I know that shit?
Ontiveros. There's no I in there. Like, after the...
Ontiveros. I got this, guys. Don't you worry. And they were both sentenced to 8 years in prison, which isn't much.
No. I read that initially they were going to give Ralph 6 years.
Yeah.
And Marcelino 8.
Yeah, because I think Marcelino is the one that stabbed Richard, and then Ralph just beat the shit out of Daniel, which is not much better.
Yeah. But their families had something to say about it.
Yeah, which is bullshit. It sucks because, like, you hear this story and you hear about this, like, really fantastic dad that, like, loves his boys and wants really great things for them, and then it's like you were involved in this really horrific shit, and he almost becomes, I mean, he does become, like, a bad guy. He is a bad guy.
Yeah.
Which is very confusing.
Yeah. It sucks because, like you said, he was such a great guy, and he obviously got out of that lifestyle, you know? And when he was young, he made that a big mistake. He killed he killed someone.
Yeah.
And it just sucks because he turned his life around.
Yeah.
And was trying to get kids from not going down the same path that he went down.
Yeah.
But, you know, you do the crime, you do the time.
Yes. And those, you know, Richard and Daniel's families deserve justice for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, it's kind of, it sucks though. Like, Gilbert was saying, like, I don't know if it's karma or what. Like, it just sucks that this 21-year-old kid died in the 80s and now your 23-year-old kid is dying in 2011. You know?
Mm-hmm.
It just, ugh. It almost does feel like karma, you know?
Yeah. Definitely.
I don't know.
Just, and it all happened at once, you know? Like, Eddie died, and then his father, you know, their father got locked up.
Yeah.
So, but, I mean, at least that murder from, what was it, from the 1980s?
Yeah, 1982.
Yeah, at least that murder was solved.
Yeah. Thank God. That's unfair. That was unfair to their families. And
yeah, definitely unfair for the families. They didn't get any, what's that called? Closure.
Yeah, I know they can.
So,
you know.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say something about Manuel Guzman. Little bitch. Oh, I wonder if this was not a drug-fueled, I gotta get money to get high. I wonder if he was interested in boys. And so he created, like, this whole fake girl, like on Catfish Today. You know what I mean? Like, these guys that are, you know, gay, they are not comfortable coming out. They're not comfortable saying that, but they create these female profiles to talk to other men And then, they meet them and they're boys.
Yeah, but nothing good comes from that.
No, but I wonder if that was Manuel's end goal. You know what I mean? Maybe he was like, not so much it was, I'm doing drugs and I need to get high, so I gotta rob you. But maybe because why would you only target males then?
I think men are easier to lure out, out in the middle of the night. If some hot chick is saying, hey, come meet me.
That's true.
In the middle of the night, a guy's going to be like, hell yeah. Because most likely they're going to have sex.
Yeah.
But if the tables were turned where a man in the middle of the night was, a catfish man, whatever, was hitting up a girl and was like, hey, come meet me, I'm pretty sure the girl would have reservations, be like, no.
Yeah.
I'm going to meet you during the day.
Be like, what?
Not at night.
Out of my pajamas? Hell nah.
Put on a face? No.
No. What was I say? But I think this was very calculated. Maybe not Eddie specifically, but Eddie taking the bait. I think making him come out of the house multiple times was completely on purpose. Who are you with? Come to the park. He showed up to the park. He verified that he's by himself. So now he can lure him away alone. Yeah. There's not going to be two people there to fight him off,
Yeah.
Which is extremely calculated.
Yeah.
And kind of smart for a 17-year-old. Don't get any ideas, 17-year-olds, okay? Because you ain't that smart.
Yeah.
What you're going to do is you're going to tell your friend on Facebook, this is my fake profile, and I like to fuck with people on it. And then when detectives ask you, is that your computer? You're going to go, yeah, nobody else uses it. So, cool. Hot mess. Hot mess.
Yeah. I think they also had, one of the guys that Manuel was trying to lure out. I forget his name. But he was also on that Web of Lies. Mm-hmm. And he was like, that could have been me.
Yeah.
Because, hot girl wanting to meet up in the middle of the night, living in my area. Of course. But I think he was miles away.
Yeah, he's stationed in Hawaii.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
He was like, no go, girl. I can't travel to you in the middle of the night at the park.
But, yeah, no.
But it just goes to show, even as a male, this kid was strong. He was a boxer. He wasn't a kid. He was 23 years old. I'm sorry. I just feel like he was a kid because I'm old now. But
anyone that's younger than Justine is a kid.
Is a kid, and I'm an old woman. And he wasn't stupid. You have to be so careful. So careful. And I don't care how cute she is. If she's calling you out at 2 a.m, you don't go. I mean, unless you already know her, and then that's fine.
Yeah. But if it's something like a catfish.
Yeah. And there's no reason why you should be meeting a 21-year-old girl at the park in the middle of the night. Couldn't you just go to a bar?
Okay. Yeah, no, it's definitely not smart to meet someone in the middle of the night. So someone that you haven't met before.
Yeah. Especially if she's like, you gotta meet my brother. Hell nah.
Yeah, there was too many red flags going on, but, and the whole story with the whole story about Manuel, funding his drug habit, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why he did what he did. Maybe he did have a drug habit, or maybe he was just like they said on the documentary, just a thrill killer or whatever they said.
Yeah, just wanted to
a thrill kill.
Yeah, get a taste of blood, and maybe he was picked on and bullied, and he was like, this was his only way to feel power. Take someone's life.
Yeah, maybe that boxing training wasn't doing it for him.
No. Well, I read somewhere that he had only gone a couple of times.
Yeah.
So even Gilbert was like, yeah, I saw his face, maybe. He didn't make an impression on him,
Yeah.
So maybe he just needed attention. I don't know. The thing is that he's in prison now. He's going to be getting all kinds of attention.
Stop it.
Just saying.
All right. So that was the case of Eddie Leal.
Crazy story.
Crazy story. And now we're going to jump to
Stranger danger.
Stranger Dangers.
Stranger danger. Stranger danger. This is not a test. I repeat, this is not a test. You better run!
All right. So our first stranger danger is from Anonymous.
Hey, Anonymous.
And Anonymous says, the subject is, there's a lot of snow out there.
Oh, no.
Which is the Minnesotan version of there's a lot of desert out there.
Shit. I did go to Minnesota one time when it was snowing.
Did you?
Yeah. And then some racist shit happened to me at the high school that I was visiting.
Oh,
The one and only time that I got some racist bullshit happen to me.
Oh, dang.
It's a story for a different day.
Yeah.
Anyways, continue.
Well. Okay, so Anonymous says, hey, so first of all, I love the podcast. I started listening like a couple weeks ago or something like that, and I'm currently on episode 41 and binging as fast as possible to catch up.
Get it.
Right? And I'm not sure if you still read every stranger danger that you get, but here it is either way. We read everyone. Most of them, right?
Yeah. I don't think we've not read one yet.
I think there was a couple. I'm not too sure, though. Sometimes we accidentally,
Skip
we're
them,
so
'cause they get lost.
unorganized. Whatever.
Yeah. It's fine.
Okay, ready?
Uh-huh.
It says, da-da-da-da-da. Oh, Justine, enjoy the boner.
Tight. Because you use my
Because
form?
Anonymous used the
Yeah.
form. And it said, just maybe not if you're in public. Don't get a boner.
Oh, okay. I'm not in public.
And it said, P.S. You were talking about fanny packs in this episode, and they are 100% underrated. Do you know how much shit I can hold in that thing and never worry about having to carry a purse? It's magical.
I can't get on the fanny pack train.
I love fanny pack. I want a fanny pack.
I've jumped on the backpack train, though, you know?
I got a backpack, too.
I love the shit out of my backpack. I'll
gonna
never
get a
wear a
fanny
purse
pack.
again.
Yeah,
Whatever.
fuck
They'll go
purses.
with your stupid transitions.
Hell yeah. Awesome. Okay, so are you ready for the story?
I'm ready.
Okay. Here we go. So I work nights at a strip club downtown. Luckily, I live right across the street from a light rail station, so I can take that to work. It saves me a lot of money, especially because because I never learned to drive. These days, I only take it to work instead of also taking it home from work because there are a lot of meth heads on that thing at 3 to 5 a.m.
Oh, yeah. Don't do
And
that.
I'll come back to that later. But anyways, now that I have babbled on, here is the stranger danger. I was on my way to work as always. I got on the train and took a seat in the front of the section of seats in the back. Because the other ones had a couple of people and you sit at least 2 rows away from someone if you can help it. Some people don't get that. But again, there is another stranger danger. But I digress. So I'm sitting on the train and this guy gets on the train. Kind of. I wouldn't have noticed him at first, except for the fact that he was standing in the doorway, so when the doors were trying to close, they kept hitting him and opening again, and they just kept doing that until he moved into the train car a minute later. So he gets in, and he's moving around, lifting his legs, doing that little nervous shifting side to side, almost walking in place type movement. He starts talking to someone that isn't there, about how he's all beat up and he's black and blue and purple and his nose is broken and his fists are broken and all this stuff. Meanwhile, he's just fine. But anyways, he starts talking about what's his purpose in life and stuff like that. And he's talking to this person that, again, isn't there when he starts talking about death. It starts with him asking if he needed to die, but determined that that wasn't the case. But he seemed pretty damn convinced that his purpose involved death in one way or another.
Oh, no.
A little more talking happens before he says, "Who do I need to kill?"
No one, sir. No one.
And a moment later, this slim, shady-looking ass motherfucker looks me dead in the eye.
Oh, no.
We locked eyes and everyone was looking at him. And then me, and then him, and then back at me. So I sat there for a second and then squinted at him in a, fuck with me, bitch way.
Oh, tight. Get it.
Not the smartest move, but I'm still alive, so I guess it wasn't the dumbest move either. He eventually got off, and my stop is the last stop, so I didn't have to walk past him or anything. This story doesn't sound that scary, but when someone is so methed out that they can't tell the difference between real and fake is talking about killing people, it's a little scary. Sorry that was so long. I'm apparently incapable of making stories short. But just one more quick one about why I don't use the public transportation in the middle of the night. When I was going home from work one day on the light rail, this guy came and sat by me. I was sitting on the aisle seat because I keep my backpack on the window seat to keep my shit safe. He sits across the aisle and is facing towards me. He was talking to me and I was ignoring him because, damn, I talk to people and boost their egos for a job. I don't need to be doing that. You say
eagles.
Huh?
You say eagles.
I know, eagles. Boost their egos. Boost their egos for a job. I don't need to be doing it on my way home, too. So I stare straight ahead. Keep in mind, I'm an 18-year-old blonde girl, so I look about as weak as a person can look. But I'm really not. Now, I can handle someone talking to me and being annoyed that I'm not responding and calling me names and disrespectful and blah, 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 just because I won't talk to him. But then, this 25-year-old man starts touching me.
Oh, no.
So I pushed a bitch off me and said, don't you dare fucking touch me. 'Cause, fuck that bitch. He got all offended and then kept trying to touch me, and I kept pushing him off of me. He eventually stopped, and for the last 15 minutes of the about 30-minute ride home, he kept talking, but I zoned him out so much that I got startled at the end of the ride when I turned and saw him still there and still talking to me.
Oh my God, shut up.
Right? Okay. So that wasn't short at all. I tried. But yeah, those are two of many that I have. I also have a lot that I was too dumb to realize that could have been dangerous. If I told all of my stranger dangers, we would never ever run out. Or you would never ever run out.
Okay, keep them coming.
Well, sorry again that it was so long. But yeah, keep doing what you're doing because I enjoy the fuck out of your podcast. And remember, there's a lot of snow out there, which is what I should have said to those fucktwats on the light rail. I'm just saying, it's pretty snowy here in Minnesota, and spring won't be here for another couple of months.
Preach.
Just saying.
Oh, just kidding. We don't promote violence on this podcast.
Okay, I'll stop talking now. Bye.
Bye.
Well, thank you, Anonymous.
Wow.
Jeez.
I don't know what I would do if someone was like, I need to kill someone.
Look straight at you.
I'd be like, me? Do you wanna?
I think the one thing that's scary about people on drugs like that, either meth or heroin or whatever, is that they're so unpredictable.
Yeah, you don't ever know.
You never know. And especially if they can't determine what's real and what's fake.
Yep.
That's even more scary.
Fuck that.
Dude. I'm just glad he didn't make a fucking move.
Hell
that
yeah. Oh my gosh. What would you have done? Kick your feet up. Just kick your feet up and kick out.
I told Anonymous that I hope that they carry a weapon with them.
I know, you should.
Yeah. Especially if you take
mace or something.
Public transportation. What you say?
It's a mace or something.
Yeah, something.
Something.
Especially when you take public transportation.
Hell yeah. Don't risk it. Ow.
Yeah, always have a weapon on you, some sort of weapon.
Good thing you carry around a "don't fuck with me" face. That's also important to have.
Yeah.
Yep.
You definitely have to have that type of attitude too. And dude, that second story about that guy touching, don't touch someone without their permission. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, keep your answers. I feel like as adults, you shouldn't have to tell other adults that. Get it together.
Yeah. And if a woman or man, whoever, is not listening to you while you're talking to them,
stop talking to them.
You're clearly bugging them.
Yeah.
Leave them alone.
Yeah.
They don't want to talk to you. Jeez. And You know what? And she clearly pushed him off.
Yeah.
So why are you still trying to talk
Yeah.
to her? I don't understand it.
I don't
Whatever.
I don't understand half the stories we get. Okay, it's just like, what? What is happening? What world do we live in? I don't get it. I don't get it.
Well, thank you, Anonymous,
Yes,
for your
thank you.
story.
Man, keep them coming.
Yeah, keep them coming.
We love them.
Okay, next.
Okay, next up, we have a story from. Sorry, I was at the end of Anonymous's story. I was pulling up my story to read, and I was like laughing because this story is from Charlie Oliver.
What?
I got a Oliver sitting right here and a Charlie sitting right here.
Crazy.
That's so funny. All right, a little more true crime than stranger danger is the subject. It says, "Hey, Brittany, Justine, and my man Scott. Scott's not here because he's a nice boy."
It was so hard for you to say that.
I know. I want to say all kinds of bad things, and I was like, "Stop being so mean." So then I just said a nice boy. Okay.
I think the listeners like it when you're mean.
My name's Charlie, and I just have to say, Justine has the best taste in picking out names for her fur babies. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah.
I've been catching up on the podcast, and I remember a stranger danger story for you. So I'm a trans guy, and when this story took place, I was not fully out yet, just identifying as lesbian. I lived in a not-so-great neighborhood in a fairly conservative town. We have 5 military bases and about 1,000 churches. Oh, Lord. Well, I lived in a 4-plex next to one of these churches and parked on the street in front of my apartment. And one night, I was out with my best friend, and we had taken her car. We had been out for a couple hours, but it wasn't super late, maybe 11 p.m., when I came home to my car broken into. Luckily, there was a cop up the road finishing up responding to a domestic dispute, so I called him over to report the incident. As the cop and I were going over the area, we discovered that my car had a rock thrown at the windshield twice, and when it wouldn't break, they threw the rock through the driver's window. Nothing had been stolen, and the rock did not match any of the rocks in the area. And I had a pride flag sticker on my car, but the officer refused to do any investigation. What? Oh, Lord. Sorry, I think I just broke the mic. I got so angry.
I think you did, yeah.
Even though I felt it was a hate crime, most likely done by someone that attended the church next door. Nothing else happened there because I took the sticker off my car and as quickly as I could moved to a better part of town. I'm sure I've got more stories, so I'll hit you guys up then. Keep up the great work, Charlie.
Why the fuck didn't the police officer do some sort of investigating?
Like, what? That sucks.
Do your
You gotta take
fucking
your sticker
job,
off.
bruh.
Put your sticker back.
Right? You know what? Put your sticker back and then put another one.
And then
Right
and
next
then and they get 20 more stickers, or they just stick them on all the cars around.
Yeah.
Go to the church and put them on the cars in the parking lot.
Oh, yeah.
Retaliation.
That's right, just get a big ass. Oh, no. Never mind. It would obscure your vision. I was going to say, get a big ass
Please don't
pride
crash.
sticker. Get a big. What?
So please don't crash.
Yeah. I was going to say, get a big ass pride flag sticker and put it in your back window. But like I said, that's dangerous. Don't do that.
Oh my God, that's so funny. And get it together, church people. You're supposed to be all, God-loving, like, generous, kind people, and you don't act like assholes.
Yeah.
Sorry. Not everyone. I'm sorry, not everyone.
But like also police officer, do your job.
Yeah, like what the hell? But I wonder if there's nothing they can do at that point,
I mean, you could at least see if there were cameras in the area
Yeah.
that got a license plate number or something.
But I wonder if that's more of like an insurance thing at that point because nothing was taken. It's kind of just like vandalism,
Yeah, I don't know.
The laws are very complicated.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't mean to yawn. We're recording very late tonight. It's 7:40. It's not that late.
Not late at all.
Just an old
But
woman.
it is Justine's bedtime.
It is in Justine Land.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks. That sucks
Well.
that people suck.
There you go. It sucks that people suck.
The end. Anyways, thank you, Charlie, for your story. Great name. Love it. Love everything about it. I feel like one day we have to meet Charlie so that I could take a picture, and I'll bring my dogs. And then we'll make an Oliver sandwich with the Charlies. How cute would that be? I love it.
You're fucking delirious. Go to bed. Okay. Well, thank you, Charlie, for your story, and we're sorry that fucking happened to you.
Yeah, and sorry that people suck. Send more stories. We love them.
Okay, so our next story is from Nathan.
What up, Nathan?
And the subject is could have been kidnapped.
Oh shit! Don't get kidnapped.
All right. It says, first off, all three of you rock.
Oh, thank you.
I have not thought about this until I started listening to Stranger Danger. I was about 10, and I have 3 cousins around my age who are all boys. The 3 of them are brothers, so our family would get together a lot, and the 3 of us would run around in the backyard. Wouldn't it be 4 of you guys? 3 cousins, and then you, Nathan. 4.
Nathan, your math is a little... See,
Math's hard. We get it.
The things that go on.
Maybe it
with
was
Brittany.
3 of them. Who knows?
These are the
Maybe
things
it
that
was
happen
just
with Brittany, though.
What?
That you do math, and then it's like in your head it makes sense, and then she reads it, and she goes, that doesn't make sense. You're like, God damn it, why does she always notice that? Very specific one number that I'm off.
You know what? I think in this specific story, it was just the 3 of them running around in the backyard. So it was a fenced-in yard. It was summer, and it was dark out, and we hear a man's voice in the shadow say, "Boys, come over here." We asked who he was, and he said he was our dad, not knowing we aren't all brothers. So we ran inside, and all of our parents are sitting around and talking. We didn't go back outside that night, and we don't know who the guy was. We never said anything to anyone. But I started thinking, what would have happened if one of us went over there? Again, you guys rock, and clean this up if you need to so it sounds better.
We did. Brittany edited.
That's
Brittany
funny.
edited you.
Huh?
I said we did. Brittany edited you.
That's funny.
Ooh, you almost got kidnapped.
How creepy.
Dang, Predator's
Bruh.
got like.
I'm just
legit
glad that
game.
they didn't go over there to see who it was.
I know.
That could have ended disastrously.
Good
Is that how
thing
you say it? Disastrously?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Good thing he fucked up and was like, "It's Dad." Like,
Mm-hmm.
who's Dad? That's what you should have said.
I'm just glad they fucking ran away. That's smart.
Hell yeah! But then also you should have told your parents.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
But that's cool. I got you.
Definitely.
Oh man.
Well, thank you, Nathan, for your story.
Yes.
If you want to send in your own stranger danger, you can send it to ItsAboutDamnCrime@gmail.com. You can also send your audios there too. We appreciate a good audio. Just saying.
Heck yeah.
Or you can use the form that Justine made. It's
Heck yeah.
What'd you say?
I said, heck yeah.
It's on our website. It's aboutdamncrime.com. Just hit the stranger danger tab and fill out the form. That'll also kick to our email. And if you want to remain anonymous, you can do so. It's up to you, whatever you want to do. Now it's time for reviews. So do we have any new reviews, Steen?
Yes. All right. We have one 5-star review from the UK. Hey. Titled "Killing It" from Ames 4011. You girls are killing it. Punny. You keep me company at work every evening. It's like having a long conversation with friends without having to actually open my mouth. Although I often do join in. Thank you.
I love it.
You have a great sense of humor, which really brings the podcast to life and makes your audience feel like we know you personally. I advise you to all my friends Keep entertaining, laughing, drinking, and shedding light on crimes that often go overlooked or under discussed. Love you. What? No. Love from your long time. What? Hold on. Love from your long-time London listener. Thank you.
The struggle was real, Justine.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what's happening over here. I got puking dogs. I don't know. I'm so tired.
Oh, well, thank you so much for your review. If you can do so, if you listen to us on Apple Podcasts, or if you're able to leave a review, please do so. Preferably a 5-star review. It'll help listeners see us, and we want more listeners. We love more listeners.
Bring them to us.
Bring them to us. We're a cult.
Yes.
Recruit people.
Yes, we need new members.
Yeah. If you want to follow us, you can do so on Facebook and Instagram at ItsAboutDamnCrime. You can run it together or space it out. We are there. You can also follow us on Twitter and Snapchat at IADC Podcast. Justine and I, we alternate weeks on the Snapchat. We also have a Facebook group. It's the name of our podcast. It's About Damn Crime. Just make sure to answer the questions. We want to make sure that you're not a bot. And you can jump right in and join our cool conversations that we have in there.
Heck yeah. Guys, on Wednesdays too, the day that the episodes go up, I have been putting pictures of like everyone that I can find involved in that week's case on our Instagram stories. So
Oh yeah, I see.
If you want to put some faces to names and not have to Google them yourself, you should go there.
There you go.
Just saying.
All right, and we will all catch you next week with a whole new episode. In the meantime, stay safe. Have a good rest of your week. And Justine,
don't go meet strangers in the park in the middle of the night. Okay.
Yeah, don't do that. Be careful. Don't get catfished.
Yeah.
All right, Justine.
Huh.
Remember.
Yep.
There's a lot of desert out there.
Dude, which I'm saying to this Wi-Fi connection today. You guys should have seen the motherfucking struggle. Oh my god. Do a blooper reel at the end of this with all of our bullshit that happened in between our recording.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Every time you unfroze and I was like, oh, I was trying to take a picture of you.
It's so hard.
So annoying.
Yeah, so annoying too. Yeah. In case you guys don't know, Justine and I, we Skype.
Yeah.
So just in case you didn't know what we were talking about.
Yeah. All right. I have to go watch If You Can't Pay, We'll Take It Away. Great show. Everybody should go watch that.
What are you talking about? Okay.
All right.
All right. Love you guys. We'll catch you next week.
All right.
Love you.
Love you.
Bye.